Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. This is episode 36. This week, we're going to be talking about a relatively obscure movie called Annihilation that I've heard about before watching it, but apparently the rest of the world hasn't. Oh, sorry about that. I was, you know, Taryn, right? You know how he's like into movies and kind of like and shit, kind of. He had no idea this movie existed, and I was talking to Javon too, who's also in the movies, and he also had no idea this movie existed. So apparently, I think really? I have some. I looked up some stuff about the movie. I didn't look up any plot or anything because I kind of want us to figure that out. But apparently no one saw this movie whenever it came out. Yeah, Annihilation. Yeah, I said the name, didn't I? Did I? That would suck if I didn't, and then everyone would be really confused. I wish I had a better memory, and then I would be able to like tell if I like did this correctly. I mean, it's fine. Who cares? The movie's called Annihilation. Yeah, this is this is a dumb conversation. We are so stupid. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh yeah. Okay, so for anyone who watches on the YouTube side of things, I'm very sorry that I uploaded about 5 days late because whenever I went to go upload, I pressed Shift M to type in Mediac, and it just so happens that Shift M on left Shift M is how you start recording on my laptop. So whenever I did that, I started recording like just in general. So whenever I went to upload, I was both trying to upload and record at the same time, and YouTube didn't know how to process that, and neither did my computer, and I didn't notice it, so I closed my laptop and didn't open it for 5 days, and then whenever I opened it, it was all sorts of broken. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, because like it's a laptop. It's not like an actual computer. So like I'm legitimately surprised that it didn't like catch on fire. Yeah. I didn't. The funny thing is, I didn't even. It didn't save the 5 day recording. It just kind of was like, we need to get this shit away. It deleted it without my. Yeah. Is it good though? That would have been really funny. I would like to hear everything that it recorded. Oh, the thing that was on your story. Okay, let's hear it. It's the scene in movies where like they throw the paper and they're just like looking through everything like, what, how the fuck do I fix this? I think it just hit my sound thing into my mic, so I'm very sorry if that made a really loud noise. uh, uh, the, uh. Why do people listen to us? Why do people just? I don't get it. I actually have a little bit of something interesting that my uncle called me and we talked to him a bit, and he says that one of his professors is in the new Dune movie. Yeah, and he said that if we no, shut the fuck up. Let me. He said that he. Okay, no. This is gonna get even better. Okay. He said that he would be willing to try and email his professor to try and get an interview for us. Yeah. I know, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? The second he was telling me about it, and he was like, he's in Dune, and I was like, okay, I don't care anything of what you say next. We have to do that because Jack's gonna get really excited. But before we go on to the movie, I do want to know: did you end up finishing that book yet? I was expecting you to laugh and then go, huh, no. Oh yeah. You're so funny. It's so, thank God I saw the trailer. Or I would not understand that at all. Yeah, I was actually thinking about getting Audible recent. This is not a sponsor, by the way, for anyone. It's I wish it was a sponsor. That would be so cool, but like, sadly no. I was thinking about getting Audible recently because my girlfriend lives an hour away, and the drives sometimes can get boring. So I've been listening to podcasts, and I was thinking about starting the Game of Thrones books because I yeah yeah. And also, I heard that the Daenerys chapters are incredibly boring, so I kind of don't want to have to read that. Yeah, that's what my uncle said. He was like it's really hard to sit through them. Ugh. You have many problems, Chuck. Oh yeah. If you're gonna say related to manga online, I only read the books, so I want to see the source material. Yeah. But yeah, I think you definitely shouldn't have watched Tokyo Ghoul because it's literally so different, and the book is just so much better. Like it's like not even compared. Yeah, because it's really good. Like the closest thing I can relate it to is Berserk in like quality and coolness. Also, rest in peace the man who made Berserk. Hate to see that. I'm so sorry. I'm not even sad that he didn't finish it. I'm sad because he was like a good guy or whatever. Yeah. That's why I said the or whatever part. So in like 10 years, whenever something bad comes up. Oh, okay. hmm Are you reading the Dune book that's just one book, or are all three of them? Okay, word. I sure, I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna be like set free and you have no idea what's going on, and it's gonna be interesting now. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I like rereading stuff and rewatching stuff, so that usually isn't that much. You know how many times I've watched My Hero Academia, so like, I never really have a problem with rewatching things because I find it fun. Because a lot of the stuff I'm just like, oh, that's kind of sick, you know? Yeah, I respect the shit out of that. That's fine. Yeah, you were able to rewatch Annihilation, and you didn't seem too bored the entire time. Oh, okay. Your brain broke, and you're like, I need to pay attention again. I made sense of. I made. Okay, are we getting into the movie now? Okay, that was a pretty sexy transition, not gonna lie. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I'm just, I need to crack my knuckles right now. Oh, there we go. Once my back too. All right, there we go. Now that I'm done showboating, I can go into the little facts that I have. The movie's budget was anywhere between 40 to 55 million dollars, so it's probably on the higher end of the things if we have a spectrum. And it made only $43.1 million. So it was a flop. No, but they pulled it early. It was in theaters yeah, in America. They in multiple states, but sometimes the UK, I think it released on my birthday, which is February 13th, and in America it was released February 23rd, and then it was put on Netflix in March 12th. So like it barely was in theaters because if you think about it, that's only like what, 18 days? No, wait. No, no, no. It's a lot less than that. Holy shit. Yeah. So it was pulled fairly fast. So I didn't even get its chance to like shine, I guess. Or there maybe they just were like it was a very disappointing opening weekend, so let's rip that thing and put it on Netflix. Or they just got a crazy fucking deal with Netflix, which is also very possible. um, it's based off of a book which was released in 2014. Which for me, I that whenever I read that, it made me incredibly shocked. Like I actually like my mouth dropped because it feels like an H.P. Lovecraft thing. It does. Like it specifically, it feels exactly 1000% like The Color Out of Space. And the entire time I was watching the movie, I was like, this is literally The Color Out of Space, but like instead of looking at the things mutate from the inside out, it was the people on the outside being like, what the fuck is that? It, I loved it. I thought it was so cool. Specifically after seeing like I talked about this before. I just watched Color Out of Space. So seeing both of the spectrums, it was actually very interesting to me. And you know a little bit about it, The Color Out of Space, so that probably was really cool. It's cool shit. I recommend watching it, especially because Nick Cage is in it. Yeah, I think we got to go through all of the Nick Cage movies eventually, except for Jujutsu. That movie's really bad. Maybe it's based off a comic book, and it has that very generic action hero guy in it. He was in Captain America: Civil War and Captain America the Winter Soldier. I don't know why I blanked on that so hard, but he plays Crossbones in that those movies. So he had a good. Well, I'm looking it up right now. How do you spell jujitsu? I have. Oh wait, actually, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is on Netflix. Do you know if anyone is? It was back in 20. It released in 2020. So was that around the time of your what It Man phase or whatever? What is that phase? Can you please explain that? Because I have no idea what. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it? Is it this the movie that they looked over on Corridor Crew? No, that was a Jackie Chan movie. My bad. Yeah. I've been grinding a hella those Hitman or Corridor Crew. I love Corridor Crew. I've been watching them a lot recently. We got to go back on the Annihilation. We barely talked about that movie. I feel so. Yeah, I recommend Annihilation. I thought the movie was hella fun. I I was I think I would have enjoyed it more if you didn't say anything about the movie. And I'm not ripping on you for that. I just kept trying to put uh things together that weren't there. You know what I'm talking about? Like the entire movie, I just kept saying random ass shit because I was like, maybe I'm trying. I thought too hard through the entire movie. I just like that scene at the beginning of the movie where she has the dream about having sex with the guy, and then she wakes up in the tent, and they're like, "How did we get here?" And I was like, "What if that was the Shimmer showing her another reality in which shit was happening?" Like I was just saying like garbage shit. That I mean, for all that we know, it could have been because like it's not like the Shimmer or the alien in the Shimmer. What was the Shimmer? Like okay. So I was talking about yeah. Go over the summary of the movie because I doubt anyone saw this thing. Yeah, I honestly I was trying to describe it to G yesterday. I was hanging out with her and she was like, "What was the movie about?" And I said, "It's a." Natalie Portman. Yeah, yeah. My dogs are barking. My dogs, they're barking. Oscar Isaac. Yeah. Oh my god. I thought, dude, are you kidding me? I thought Oscar Isaac was he played a dead man like fucking so good. Well, I'm not saying that she wasn't good. She was amazing, but like Oscar Isaac like shocked me. Yeah. Growing, yeah, and it like encompasses like a large ass area, and they send like a crew of guys into there to figure out what the fuck's going on. And her husband happened to be one of those guys, and then he disappears, goes MIA. About an entire year later, he shows up at her house, and then the government's like, what is this?" And then they take Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman, and Oscar Isaac's like dying or some shit, and they were like doing tests on him to try and figure out what the hell's going on. And then she then embarks on a mission into the Shimmer, which is the big area with a group of women who are going in anyway. So then the movie is just like following like this crazy mutated shit that they're just encountering, and like some of them start going insane and try killing other people while they get attacked by a bear that can like use the vocal cords of the people it killed and like talk to them and shit, which was fucking insane by the way. That was so fucking weird. Yeah, because it was cool. It was so cool because I was very confused whenever you heard "Help me!" and like we had the subtitles on, and it was in it said the I forget her name now, but it was the name of the girl who died earlier, and I was like sitting there like what the actual fuck is going on right now, and the lady ran out of the room, and I was like, oh okay, so that's I mean a good kind of, and then it walked through the door, and I was like, what the fuck, no, and it looked so weird. I thought the CG was really good. It was more than passable. There were some parts of CG that were weird, like specifically the alien. The alligator was so dude. The color correction. I'm not the color correction. I guess the light on it was so different. It it was so bright, while Natalie Portman and the other characters around it were like relatively dark. So they definitely shined way too much light on the. I mean, they could have done that maybe because it was white, but I feel like that's on them for choosing that color for that alligator. Yeah. Mhm. It looked off. Speaking of colors, the colors were beautiful in that movie though. Yeah. Several times, yeah. Actually, now the fact that we said that we mentioned that a bunch, I actually do have an idea. I told you about this, but I want to shoot it out to anyone who decides to do anything with this information, I guess. But I want to start. I want to pick some movies for us to watch and record our reactions to, like as the movie's going on. And I feel like that would be a cool idea, huh? Yeah, I think that would be so fun. Okay. Do a poll. Polls would work, or like stay the same, or do who gives a fuck? We'll decide later. But I was watching a video of someone watching the Transformer movies and reacting to them, and I was like, oh my god, this would be so fun to do with Jack, specifically with those movies. Oh my god, and the Nick Cage movies. That would be so fun. Oh my lordy. Yeah, colors. We were talking about the colors. Um, the way that they did almost everything inside of the shimmer. I'm gonna call it the color because it's literally the color from outer space, from the color out of space, and everything in it was like mutated in a way that it just like it was super colorful, but it also looked like dark and realistic at the same time, which was really fucking cool looking. Like I don't know how they like to describe it in a way that makes sense, I guess you just have to watch the movie. But the almost the entire movie looked super, super, super dark and super realistic. But also everything on screen had some sort of like rainbow color to it. But so colorful. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You really never feel safe in this movie, like at all. And and they did it in such an amazing way that they had her being interviewed after she was abducted at the very beginning of the movie, so that like the entire time you're just like thinking, "Oh my god, she's going to get abducted." Until like you get to the point in which like you find out that they're willingly walking in and you're just like, "No, don't. Why are you doing that?" And then they get into the move once they get into the shimmer, it's just like constant like stress about like what is going on. This is so scary. And then they go to like sleep, and you're just like, they're like, oh, this is a safe space. And I'm like, no, it's not. It clearly is not. It clearly there's no safe spaces around you. Hmm. Never seen that. Valid, I guess. Unsell. Does it not say bye? That is valid. This movie's fucking weird. I really I really hope that anyone who was going to watch this movie like watched it and before we started talking about it, because like everything we say is just gonna slowly like ruin the experience. I will too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who could, like everyone knows the plot of a Marvel movie. Like it's really like it. The only shocking part about a Marvel movie is whenever the very first time anyone sees it, whenever you first see something from the comics being brought into the movie, and like a week later that is just completely ruined for anyone else. No, like props, they're still awesome. I love the Marvel movies, but like you don't really go into a Marvel movie expecting to be shocked. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Specifically, Infinity War. My God. Yeah. We keep. I feel bad. No, we're going back to the early days of Mediak where we just didn't talk about the movie. No, it was so good. Like the framing of every shot was amazing, and like there were some shots that were like reused, and I that was done on purpose because it was like not full circle, but it was to show the character like they showed the scene of her having sex, and then that was I guess the start of her going insane, and then as her like insanity started to like take another turn that showed that exact scene again, but then it continued the scene a little bit more because she was also sleeping at that moment too, you know? And it was like every time that she fell asleep, she saw a little bit more of that memory or different reality. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm sticking to that headcanon until until proven otherwise. Also, my headcanon that Nick Cage is in the top of the lighthouse is chilling with Willem Dafoe and Rob Pattinson. Rob that bat and bat, yeah. The people getting attacked. Yeah, and how it was so obvious. and in some ways that kind of gets rid of all of the tension because then since you know when people are going to attack, that means you also know when they're not. So you can just kind of like relax. But like it's not it only happens a couple times. So I it's relatively forgivable. Like the scene where she's standing in the doorway and then the scene where she's just like the camera framing of this specific shot where she was outside and she was in the bottom left hand with like an infinite amount of headroom and I was like, "Oh, so that means something is going to come from the top right." And guess what happened? Yes, you are. Oh shit. Mhm. Oh, yeah, yeah, where she just like walked away, right? Was that one where she like was rubbing like grass into her arm or whatever? Also, by the way, there was a terrible storm going on right now. So like, if my that's exactly what I was just about to say. I was about to say if the power goes out and this is the end of the episode, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, and then it happens. Yeah, it's not like oh this is going to happen and then it happens, like a disappointment kind of thing. Was she the one that got like stung by a bee in the boat? Because my vision's terrible, and I was sitting kind of far from your screen. I couldn't. I don't remember who was the one who got bit. Like, because her wound was also on her arm. I don't know if that was from something else. Do we have to watch it again? I would prefer not to, at least for a little bit. Yeah. This is some of that artsy fartsy crap, isn't it? Yeah. I thought it was Natalie Portman, but if it was Valkyrie, that'd be interesting. Was it? Was it by her, but the actor name and then the only other thing that we can put it together. I don't. What is Natalie Portman's name in the Marvel universe? I would say that, but I don't remember. Um, fuck. I should know this. I'm gonna get like killed by anyone who like. I don't even know, dude. I'm. That's so dumb. Why did I forget that? The end of the movie was pretty interesting. I don't fully understand what happened because my initial thought was like, oh, so it's trying to find a form. So then it was like trying to mold into Natalie Portman. but I also don't think that's it, because if it was trying to find a form that it already found a form in Oscar Isaac that's currently out in the world. At the end of the movie, you find out that Oscar Isaac had a clone from the aliens, that the Oscar Isaac that appeared to Natalie Portman at the very beginning of the movie wasn't actually Oscar Isaac. It was the alien in its form with its memories. Yeah, but it's different. So, yeah, weird, colorful eyes. But so, I, and Natalie Portman survived, right? Like, not because it clearly was her and not the alien, right? Unless whenever she passed out, like they switched. But then her eyes at the very end of the movie were colorful. See, this is exactly what I was talking to you about. On my drive yesterday, I was thinking about the movie, and I was like, I understand this. And then I thought more about the movie, and the more and more I thought, the more I was like, I don't get this. Because, yeah, exactly. Because like what if, because the creature that we are seeing explode at the end of the movie was like a half Natalie Portman, half alien thing. So like maybe the alien like that works too, maybe, and maybe that's why Oscar Isaac killed himself. Sure. Yeah. Gets turned into. I thought they just turned it. I thought they just mutated instead of like. I, what? Because remember the explanation was like it like reflects it or like refracts it. Yeah. So like. I'm thinking about it more. You know the very disgusting scene where I was freaking out, where they were cutting open a guy, and you see all the stuff moving inside the guy, and then you see the guy turn into a tree. Like that's where like you're supposed to be like, okay, that's the end of that storyline. But trees don't move when they grow. You know, like why was it doing that? Was that like a what was that? Because it was the same color as the tree, so one could assume it was the tree. But like, was it a worm or was it like a snake or what the? I just don't get it. Maybe everything that we tell everyone isn't a spoiler. It's just gonna like because we don't even understand it. The general girl. Oh. Yes, that is. Yeah, Doctor Vendetta. Is she the MC? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is Tessa Thompson Valkyrie? Okay. Let me look it up. Oh yeah, it is. She's Valkyrie. Yay! I wasn't wrong about that earlier. Cool, coolio. She's in the new Men in Black movie. That's just not good. Have you seen that? One of my friends who's incredible, who's just a huge worry wart. Like he just like is literally constantly in a state of worrying. Just texted me and said, "What did it feel like to have COVID?" So I know for a fact he thinks he has COVID, and I also know for a fact that he doesn't. Yes. I was not expecting that. I was like, I was expecting you to say Arrival because they're like similar movies, but you said it, man. What the? Okay, dog. We can't talk ever, yet we have a podcast. Wajiguez. Wajiguez. There it is. You nailed it. I'm proud of you. Are you going through the entire cast now? Oh my god. Benedict Wong? Oh my god, he's the guy who interviews her. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Yeah. No, it's not. That's the movie. Benedict Wong's in the movie. We're talking about the movie. Shut up. This is good Mediak, not the bad one. Shut up. Shut up. No one any time younger than us is gonna understand that, and no one older than us is going to either. We're such a terrible generation that owns Smosh. Jack, shut up. You can say it now. Can we practice words about Annihilation? Okay. I don't know about what. I thought that the scene where everything was burning was fucking beautiful. Like specifically the fire going up the glass trees. You watch it go up through the middle. Yeah, people don't. It's so nearly impossible to like make it CG fire look good because yeah, because you have to like I don't even know the specifics of it. Just go watch Corridor Crew talk about it. But like it's so specific and difficult because to make it look good, you have to do weird shit with the background, and it's just very hard. And just like most of the time, it either looks like shit or like you actually have to burn something down, which most people don't want to do that. And we didn't have a lighthouse covered in weird alien vines, so we couldn't burn that down. Yeah. Big rip. And there are no glass trees to send fire up. All right. Do you think you got everything out about this movie? You want to hit and what just real quick out of 10, what would you give it? It is a very good question because it's a type of movie that I heavily enjoyed watching, but I just never want to watch it again. I agree with that. Yeah. So for first view, I'd say 7 or 8. For repeated viewings, probably a 6. That's valid. Yeah. I agree with that because it's a good movie, but like I said, you really can't watch it multiple times. Yeah, I'll be fine with that. I would like to see a sequel though. I think a sequel would be very cool because you could do some crazy shit with it. Because you can explore all of like the researchers going through and looking at all of the fucking weird mutated shit, or like seeing how Natalie Portman alien and Oscar Isaac alien take over the world. Oh yeah, she barfed lasers and then died. There's still more for us to wait. Give me a sec. There's more for us to talk about related to this movie, because I just remembered the fact that the blood came out of the middle of her eye, not the middle of her eye, but like the skin between like the nose and your eye, and the only thing I could think was like, why did they do that? But then I also thought like, there's no reason for them not to put it there. I She was cut there. Okay, so that makes so much more sense, I guess. But that's fucking weird. Why would you put a cut there? I don't know. And then seeing all that super crazy ass colorful shit that came out of Lady Ventress's mouth. Yeah, it was there's so much fucking weird shit. Like what was it like the really cool the CGI after it like absorbed the blood of Natalie Portman looked so fucking cool until it like created the alien, and then it kind of looked really cool but also really fake at the same time. It looked like actually I saw a clip from Lawnmower Man recently because of Corridor Crew, and it didn't look nearly as bad as Lawnmower Man, but I got it's close enough that you just were like, what the wow, this is weird. and then like the way that it like suffocated her kind of was weird. But like, shouldn't that have meant that she was able to get out of that easier? Because she fell asleep. So does that mean that fell? She didn't fall asleep. She got knocked out because of suffocation. I don't fucking know. The movie's so fucking complicated. Someone send me an email with an explanation for literally every scene of this movie. Yes, that would be cool. That's whenever we get a message from Yetta saying that she understands Annihilation, and then I guarantee she doesn't, and then she gets on the podcast and just is like saying the same shit that we are right now, and then we convince her into not understanding the movie. Oh yeah. She didn't even remember. That's so mean. She's supposed to be like our friend. She's supposed to. Skylar remembers the podcast. And I bet Chris remembers the podcast. Oh, rip. Rip. Definitely not. I should. I should. You unfollowed him? Oh, why? I'm gonna message him next week and say we're recording at 5. I will. That would be so funny. Oh my god. That would be so funny. I won't, don't worry. Why he's not gonna answer me. Oh my god, that's gonna be so fucking funny. Are we, are we good to go in the movie news now? Holy shit, I had a lot of fucking. Why did you say that? We have to take a break. Yeah, think about it for a bit. I, did I tell you the information about Jason Momoa helping write Aquaman 2? Okay, then that's new. I couldn't tell where I started and where I stopped. If that makes sense, because like I just take a lot of information. I don't remember if I deleted all of my shit last week because I am a very messy person. Oh, I'm tired, dude. Hi, tired dude. Nice to meet you. I'm Zach. Haha, can't catch myself slipping, Jack. These jokes, they just keep coming. That's so funny. You think they're in sign language? That's so cool. Oh, that's infinitely less cool. Wait, did you unbreak? Okay, cool. So that, you're just shouting out your mom for being cool to half our listeners. Yeah, so that's a rip. You want to run that back whenever we start it up? Also, shout out to my dogs for barking in the middle of us talking about one of the 3 things that we talked about when we were talking about Annihilation. We're back? Oh, okay. Sure. You're just gonna say it. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill Jackson. Jackson is one of my roommates, and he texted me. He said, what do you feel like with COVID? And I sent two stacks. I said, sniffles, you don't have COVID. And he goes, I have a sore throat and a semi-congested nose, and I've been tired all day. Nico has also been sick. I'll just say then get tested. We're back. Okay. Howdy, partner. I want sushi. Jackson's family won't let him get a COVID test. I don't know. So I guess I'm his COVID test then. I don't understand that in the slightest either, because like I don't even know where to begin with how stupid that is. Get a COVID test. It's not like you're getting a shot or anything. You just like you shove something up your nose or you spit in a cup. It's really not that hard. I've gotten 3 of them. Really? I feel like yeah, I was about to say you have to get COVID tests for to go to school. I don't understand how he was like able to do that. I don't know. On the movie news, Jason Momoa helped to write Aquaman 2. The people on YouTube know this fact already because I was trying to test which of the fact because I just write them all down and I don't remember if I deleted last week's or not, and I did apparently. I was really hoping I didn't because I have a shit ton of news. Point. Oh yeah, but this one's actually good because I like Jason Momoa. Because I have you seen Kong versus no, not just not Kong Skull Island. She's actually really good in that. I think she's really, really, really good in that. Yeah, she was in the room, wasn't she? I think she was. That really bad movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least our generation. Yeah, yeah. It's one of them. Did we talk with Black Panther in that one? We talked about something with it. I don't. Who cares? It doesn't matter. That is very valid. She can do better. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. My brother says that Rodriguez. I messed up that time. Damn it! Fuck you, Rodriguez. Rodriguez. It doesn't matter. My brother said my brother doesn't like her. He says that she's annoying in interviews, and I get that. Like but I don't really watch interviews much. Yeah, I like Tom Cruise, and my mom says that he's annoying in interviews. So, Robert Pattinson says that he tried to keep his Batman audition secret from Christopher Nolan because he at that moment he was filming Tenet, and he told Christopher Nolan that he had a family emergency, and Christopher Nolan immediately was just like, "You're doing the Batman audition, aren't you?" Which I think is very funny. Fuck, what's his name? Matt Reeves. Yeah, Matt Reeves. Yeah, he. I like his shit, so I'm so fucking excited. Speaking of his shit, we're getting a new Batman animated series called Batman: The Caped Crusader, and this is fucking so exciting to me because not only is the original Batman animated series creator on it, Bruce Timm, but so is J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves. Exactly. It's gonna be released on HBO Max and Cartoon Network at the same time, and I am super excited for that. Yes, yes, I will. Um, his shit. Oh, dude. I, God, is my comedy really that low that you thought that I was gonna say that? I feel like I'm slightly funnier than that. Only slightly though, because I do make dad jokes and laugh at 69. So, okay. Tim Burton's Wednesday movie finds its Wednesday Adams and Jenna Ortega. So cool. I know nothing about that except for what I just said. I didn't even know there was a movie called Wednesday coming out. Yeah, she's relatively famous at least. She looks familiar in the picture that I see. I just deleted it, so I don't know. Uh, in the comic book series and video game Injustice: Gods Among Us, we're getting a movie of that. No, 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 no. I'm actually excited for this one because it's not live action. Oh, okay. What were you thinking of? Oh, I know. Oh my god, I know that movie. I've seen that movie. That movie's so terrible. Oh my god. Oh shit! Is she the one girl who uh is on? She's like a part of extremist. Tony Stark has sex with her at the beginning. It doesn't matter. You should know because this is our most popular video on the YouTube side of things. How dare you? You should be sorry. Yeah, but we're getting a sneak peek of the new Injustice movie whenever the Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2 releases. I think in next month, which I'm excited for that movie and also the Injustice movie. I The Long Halloween is a very very quality comic, and I heavily recommend reading it or watching the movie that is coming out because I also think it's going to be good because they did a really good job with the Dark Knight Returns, which I talked about last week, right? Which is a comic, and they made a part one and part two movie of that, and it's like super, 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 super like directly from the comic to the movie, and it's so good. I recommend both reading and watching it because it's actually really cool seeing how well they adapted it from the comic. And I guarantee they'll do the same with Long Halloween. So fun. The Batgirl solo movie finds its director. I think that's what the news is. Sorry, I swiped off of it. Yeah, it finds its director. The guy who did Bad Boys for Life is gonna be directing this Batgirl solo film. So cool. Yes, we love to see that. I've never seen that movie. Don't think I will. Um, Zack Snyder has a. I'm just going on quickly because I have a lot of news. Zack Snyder's King Arthur film will be set during the American Gold Rush, which I think is gonna be fucking so cool because like I actually wasn't excited. Well, I like Zack Snyder, but I don't think he does good with characters. You know. So I was like relatively unexcited for this because I actually really like the King Arthur like mythos and stuff like that. So anything King Arthur wise, I'm always willing to see. Even that really bad King Arthur movie that came out a little bit ago, it doesn't matter. Um, but I recently watched Army of the Dead, which is a Zack Snyder movie that released like a week ago on Netflix, and it is fucking amazing. And like, I was genuinely shocked throughout most of the movie at how good it was. And I'll talk about it more in what we're watching. So that made me excited for the King Arthur film. So hopefully he doesn't fuck that up, and I hope the action's like really cool. And I think it's interesting that he's taking a 100% different take of that movie with setting it in during the American Gold Rush. So that's going to be real interesting in my opinion. Yep. Fuck. Let me read this 1 second. Okay. Why am I blanking on his name? James Gunn says that, okay, this is his quote. I wrote the biggest action scene I've ever done all around Harley. It's probably my favorite 4 minutes of film I've ever shot. And he's talking about the new Suicide Squad movie. So that's super cool. I am super excited for that. I think it's going to be awesome. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot better than the last one, which isn't exactly hard. Do you know the film series Highlander? Like actually know it? Oh, then you'll be happy to hear that's getting a reboot, and Henry Cavill is in it. I know, right? I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, kid. I was like, oh, interesting. Come on, watch that again. The Rock has been cast as Crypto the Superdog in the animated film DC League of Super Pets. I'm not the most excited for this, but I will watch it because The Rock's in it. I like The Rock, but that's oh my god. When filming The Mandalorian in 2019, the crew ran out of stormtrooper costumes, so they reached out to Star Wars fans in hopes that they would come in their homemade stormtrooper suits. So that's pretty fun. I actually like that a lot. That's sick. That's sick. Sorry. Kevin Feige has confirmed that the multiverse in the MCU will involve versions of other characters we've seen before. And the quote is, "Part of the fun of a multiverse and playing with time is seeing other versions of characters." So like that that basically confirms that Andrew Garfield and Toby are going to be in it without actually confirming it. Because like everyone like every higher up or person part of the MCU is like, trust us, guys, they're not in the movie. And we're all like, okay, yeah, okay, sure. Go ahead, you can tell us that. That's fine. We'll believe you. They're basically in the movie. They're in the movie. Also, Ghost Riders are. Oh my god, words. I'm so sorry. Ghost Rider is rumored to be in a cameo in Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness. I think that'll be cool. I'm excited. Hopefully, it's the Nick Cage one. That'd be that'd be something else. It would be something else. It would be so fucking funny. I think, dude, just imagine how funny that would be. Is that Nick Cage, not Nick Cannon, Nick Cage is canon in the MCU. Oh, that makes me really happy just thinking about it. The Yeah, that'll be very enjoyable. So whenever we go through and watch all the Nick Cage movies, we now have to watch all of the Marvel movies too because they're now canon in his lore. How do you feel about that, Jack? Oh, also, like, I was thinking about this Austin recently because you know how we did the Marvel movie marathon. Now that like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and hopefully Nick Cage are now canon in the MCU, that means that we add two Ghost Rider movies, two Spider-Man movies, and three other Spider-Man movies to the MCU time list. So fun. We've successfully like almost doubled in the last year the amount of Marvel shit. Um, Speaking of that movie, though, the VFX teams who worked on the Raimi Spider-Man movies and the Amazing Spider-Man movies have joined Spider-Man No Way Home, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, sure, whatever at this point. Yeah, that's all 8 of the Harry Potter movies are heading to HBO Max in June. I That is huge news. Yeah, I think I own all of them. I mean, they're not. The world's cool, but I'm not super into it, and I not really have ever been as much into it as like my brother and other of our friends. But I still like the movies. It's just not my thing, you know. Yeah, okay. It's like how Marvel just isn't your thing, you know. Yeah, exactly. There was a Powerpuff Girls TV show coming to CW, and they're rewriting its plot right now. So fun. Apparently, it was because they said that it played it too safe. Good that they're rewriting. I don't fucking why you didn't need to do this. That's that's just what I'm thinking. Is like who no one was asking for a live action Powerpuff Girl movie, or TV show. TV That's gonna be so bad. Timothy Chalamet is going to play Willy Wonka in an Aldrin film made by Warner Brothers. So cool. Probably not gonna see it. I'm not the biggest fan of Warner Brothers right now. I feel like most people aren't. A lot of people like Timothy Chalamet though. You want to hear a bunch of shit that's coming to Netflix soon? I did. What did you hear? Oh, did you hear the thing about Timothy Chalamet? Okay, cool. So, do you want to hear the stuff that's coming to Netflix soon? In June, we're getting the Masters of the Universe remake. I think it's a remake. The one with He-Man and Mark Hamill as Skeletor. We're getting another season of Lucifer, another season of Umbrella Academy, another season of Witcher. Which cool, love Witcher. The first season was really good. We're getting a Cuphead show. Interesting. Yeah, a something called The Sandman, which whenever I was telling Austin about this, he actually got the most excited about that because apparently, The Sandman is a graphic novel, much like Watchmen, that started its adaptation to film in 1991, and they've been working on it since then. So we're getting a TV show called The Sandman, which is going to be interesting. Something related to then. So this post is weird because it was by it was I think it was by Netflix. It was by some film place. I cut it off because I'm stupid. But they have what I just said like super big, and they have like icons for them. And then the very bottom they have like small text that says Resident Evil, Sweet Tooth, and Cowboy Bebop. So like I don't know if that means that they're working on it or they're coming too. I know Sweet Tooth is coming soon because that's a DC thing that has been in the works from Robert Downey Jr. and his wife. But I know for a fact there was a live action Cowboy Bebop show coming to Netflix, and I don't know if it's that or if it's saying that the anime Cowboy Bebop is coming to Netflix. And I just don't give a shit about the Resident Evil thing. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, every Resident Evil live action thing is not very good. So yeah, so whatever. And then they also say and so much more. So expect big things, I guess. This is the next fact. This is the next fact that made me excited. I'm very excited about this next fact, Jack. I'm very excited about it. J.J. Abrams confirms that he's making a Portal movie in development at WB, and there is a script in progress, and that makes me so happy, dude. The first two Portal games are freaking amazing. They're some of my favorite games of all time, and just make a Portal 3, please. It's so good. It's so good. I just need more of it. And like there's a good like 3 years of my life in which I was absolutely obsessed with the lore of Portal. Oh my god. Dude. Ah. The quote he says too is even hopeful. He says, "We're really excited about the take and the pitch, so it feels like things are finally on the rails." So like that's good. It sounded optimistic. Like we like that. We don't like whenever people go, I mean, it's not terrible. Amazon is officially buying MGM for $8.45 billion. Holy shit, that is a lot of money. And MGM owns the Bond series, Rocky movies, RoboCop, Pink Panther, etc. So fun stuff. We actually learned about what Amazon is trying to do in one of my classes, in my TV history class, which is something called convergence, in which they want everything to be accessible on one platform. And we actually did not learn it in relation to Amazon. We learned it in relation to Disney because we just kind of were like, everyone else has given up because Disney owns so much. But I guess Amazon hasn't given up. They just spent $8.45 billion on this. So cool. Good for them for trying. It's kind of a fruitless effort, though, I feel. Yeah. Eventually, Disney's going to come up with some sort of legal way to make it so they can own everything without being a monopoly. I would not be surprised. Specifically because every couple of years they have to do some sort of legal thing to keep Mickey Mouse from going to public. So it's not copyrighted. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? J.J. Abrams came out and said a quote related to the Star Wars movies and said that the sequel trilogy would have been good if they actually followed a plan, which I feel like was self-explanatory, but it's always fun to see someone shit on their own series. Yeah. Well, not even. I feel like he doesn't even want it to be his own series. It really felt like the first movie was. It was like yeah, but it was like kids playing in sand. Like one of them was building a castle, and the other one came over and kicked it down, and then he started building his own castle, and the other one came back and kicked his down and built his own castle. It was terrible. It was so. It really felt wrong. I stole that analogy from a YouTuber. Fuck, what is his name? Filmento. Filmento is an incredible film YouTuber. So if anyone is interested in watching some really cool videos about films and shit, watch Filmento. Fun stuff. I stole that analogy from him. Apparently some of like the you know that Christopher Nolan had parts in the DCU, right? Like before, like I mean, like he made Batman, and then he then joined with Zack Snyder to make Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman and parts of Justice League. Apparently, before Batman versus Superman in the extended other universe was in consideration whenever they were making Man of Steel, they intended to have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Batman, which he plays Robin at the end of The Dark Knight Rises. So they were actually intending for it to be a connected universe, but then they just kind of were like, no, it's fine. Which, thanks for your enthusiasm. I can really tell you care about the news I'm giving you. That's it, though. That's all the news I have. Oh my god. It would have been cool. I wish they did that. I feel like it would have worked out a lot better. But I don't think Joseph Gordon-Levitt would be a good Batman. Not gonna lie, he'd be a cool Nightwing if he like pulled up in like the Nightwing stuff. That would actually be badass. I would like that a lot. Mm-hmm. You want to get into what we watching, or do you have any other news? I'm not surprised. I'm, I'm truly not surprised. I can't. Every week, Jack, we get together and you get no news. Oh, fuck. Right, my bad. I'm so sorry. I just got called out there. I can't. Jeez. You watch anything interesting this week? Yay! About fucking time. About fucking time. How many episodes in? Just the one? Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. I like the scene at the end of the. If you're a few, so you're more than two. Okay, I like the scene at the end of the second episode where Omni Man absolutely fucking obliterates an entire planet. Yeah, because it's like it's really fun to be like, I want to see what Superman would do if he just 100% didn't held back, and that was exactly what that was, and it was really fun. Yeah, it was so fun to me. I just was like, holy shit, this is sick. Anything else you watch? Fun stuff. I didn't actually watch a lot either. I continued my stroll through Superman and Lois, which I'm watching with my brother and my mom, which is still holding up, and I'm continually surprised by that in the quality of the show. Yeah. I talked about how I watched Army of the Dead yesterday, and oh my god, that is a fucking movie. Very, very awesome. Uh, Dave Batista is this. Wait, was it on the list before I told you about it? Okay, that's good. It's actually fucking crazy. He does some like I don't even know if I want to say like part of what he did because I kind of want you to be like, yo, what? I won't. No, no, I'm not gonna say anything. But like like it's it's a zombie movie, but it takes such an odd take to it that I just love. It was very fun. I wasn't bored during the movie. It was I also want to say shout out to G, who is like an absolute G for watching this movie with me because most girls would not want to sit down, let alone actually enjoy a zombie movie with their boyfriend. So that's fucking really cool. High five to her. I know, right? And like during some of dude, there was a scene and like all the gory scenes, she didn't like look away either. She just was like, "Yo, sick," and that made me incredibly happy. Oh, it was fun times. On top of that, we also watched Baby Driver, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, and also she was getting excited over the cool transitions in that movie, so that made me very happy too. So fun stuff. Cool, good on her. Nice job. Yeah, have you watched Baby Driver before? We gotta do that. We gotta do that movie eventually. I fucking love that movie. It's so good. Like Edgar Wright is my favorite director, like by far. He's so good. I love the way that he makes movies is so different from everyone else because of like the immersion factor that he puts in the movie, because not only does he make everything detailed, he adds like even more detail into the detail so that it just feels real and cool and just immerse. Oh my god, it's on another level of fucking so cool. Great movie. So you've seen. Yeah. I've also been listening to a decent bit of Impulsive, which is Logan Paul's podcast. Yeah, it's. I mean, he wasn't the greatest guy in the past, but I think he's definitely the better of the Pauls. Yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy. At least he's nicer than Jake. Like the way that like in one of the episodes, the way that Logan described it was that Jake is the villain and he's the hero because he was like Jake gets so excited whenever people hate on him. Like there's that thing where he was at a boxing match. He was at like a boxing match or an MMA thing, and then everyone was just like, "Fuck you, Jake!" And apparently, it like made him incredibly happy. The fact that they were doing that. Meanwhile, Logan was like, anytime someone goes "fuck you," he's just like, "Why?" Yeah, I know why. Dude, there was an episode. There was an episode in which who are they talking to? Fuck, I don't remember who they were interviewing, but the guy goes, "Oh my god, Japan's beautiful. I love it there. Have you ever been?" And Logan's just like, yeah, I have. It was so funny. Oh god, that it made me laugh really hard. I also started watching Boys again, season one. I already watched the first season, but I wanted to watch the second season. I felt like I wanted to do it justice by like remembering what the fuck was going on. Yeah, so I just started rewatching everything. Other than that, I think I hit everything that I was going to talk about. I wrote down Bad Batch again, but I did not. Oh fuck! I dropped my phone. Sorry. The podcast would not be normal without us being weird. Yeah, but I wrote down Bad Batch again, and I didn't write. I didn't watch the episode, so no, I did. I watched last week's episode though, if that matters. Yes, and I watched episode 3. I enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. I I will try my best to watch episode 4 and 5 by next week because I'm not gonna delete it again. I need to. It's a weekly show. I have to do it. I can do this. Someone has to remind me because something about this show, I just keep forgetting that it exists. Which I guess is it's a good show. I enjoy it. That's whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Happens a lot. I forget until the next week whenever I look at my phone and go, oh, fuck, god damn it. We already started recording. I can't pause it. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. Yeah, whatever. We got all of our corals out for this episode. Okay, wonderful. If you guys want to follow us on our social medias, please follow the Mediak podcast on Instagram and Mediak Zach on Twitter. Other than that, I'm gonna see you. Bye.